I'm just a guy who loves Disney and has way too much time on his hands. As always, if anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I'm here to rate, review, and describe all of your favorite things from the magical world of Disney. I'm File91e and welcome to my Disney news and reviews. Hello everyone, and welcome to the haunting Halloween edition of this my Disney news and reviews. I be Jedediah Cortez, Pirate of the Caribbean, also known as File91e. I'm just messing with you guys. I hope you like the outfit though. Yeah, this is my pirate outfit. This is my costume for this year, and pretty much for the subsequent years after this one. I enjoy dressing up as a pirate. It's actually pretty fun. I suggest you all do it right now. Just pause it, then go dress up as a pirate, then come back and watch, and you'll feel what I'm feeling. But yeah, so this is my Halloween edition. I did one last year, and I had a really good time with it. But this one's going to be two parts, because I'm not sure how long I want to ramble and talk for, because I got a couple things to talk about today. First of which, I got a piece of mail yesterday, and as you all know, I'm a big proponent of the vacation planning DVDs sent out by Disney. I love them. You can go to WaltDisneyWorld.com and sign up for one, and they'll send you one. And I recently found out that they kind of updated their DVD, so I put in for another one, and this came in the mail. It has my name on it, and all you do is you open it up, pull it out, and this is what's inside. It's really cool because once you put in your information, it says it's like 46 weeks. You're like, how long? I mean, how long does it take for a DVD to get to your house? But here it is. It's the special 2009 vacation planning DVD, and if you open it up, let's see. If you open it up, you can see that they actually personalize the actual DVD for you. So you're invited. Whoever family, or it's the Roten family, that's my last name. See, there you go. Y'all found out my last name. But yeah, in it, there's a lot of information, plus the DVD itself right here. You also get a thing where you can, I guess you can give this to somebody else, or you can order another vacation planning DVD. And they also give you this book here, and the book basically just has a lot of information on the parks. They have some maps, some different information there. Map of Magic Kingdom and the other parks. It's really cool. It's not exactly the same amount as the last one, because they actually gave me Disneyland information last time as well. There isn't any booklets in here on Disneyland. But I watched the DVD last night, and it's a lot. If you got one a couple years ago, I think mine was of 2007. If you actually watch the DVD, not a whole lot has changed on it. They did, update the recent editions places, and it's the whole "What Will You Celebrate" theme is all throughout the DVD. But there's still the clouds and whatnot, which I think is great. It's one of the better vacation planning DVDs that Disney really ever put out. So yeah, if you're going to Disney World and you want some good information, or just to get psyched up about it, grab one of these DVDs. You will enjoy it. It always makes me want to go back to Disney World while watching this thing. So yeah, I rambled on long enough about that. So let's get right to the news. The first piece of news I want to I didn't write it down, I found this out today, is that Typhoon Lagoon is actually shutting down early for refurbishments. They've been having some technical problems over the past couple of days, and they just said, screw it, we're just going to shut it down right now and start the refurbishment now before anybody gets hurt or anything, or any other stuff happens. So Typhoon Lagoon is closed for refurbishment as of further notice. Now on to the other news. Starting this week, Walt Disney World advanced dining reservations may once again be made 180 days in advance. With the dining reservation system now online, you can now book most Walt Disney World table service restaurants at www.disneyworld.com. Check that out if you're going down. The Liberty Bell Riverboat will not be operating in normal guest trips for the foreseeable future due to required maintenance, although the riverboat will continue to take part in the 3 daily shows of Tiana's Showboat Jubilee during this period. So if you want to go down there and see the characters from the new upcoming Disney animated movie, The Princess and the Frog, that's the best place to do it. The Friar's Nook counter service restaurant, as I told you, was being refurbished. The Friar's Nook counter service restaurant in Fantasyland is set to move to an on-demand only opening schedule. If the park is busy enough, the restaurant will open. Failing that, it will remain closed. It's expected that this will begin sometime this week. Not a lot of Disney news this week. Not a lot's going on. This is the quiet season, so hopefully no accidents or anything like that will happen. Yeah, so that's it for the news this week. So let's get right to the reviews. Okay, now in continuing with my Halloween themed month, as you all know, I've been doing these Halloween, Disney creepy movies all month. The first thing I want to review is Disney's Haunted Mansion. It was released in 2003 and starred Eddie Murphy. Now the film is set in or around New Orleans, which is funny because the Disneyland ride is also set in the New Orleans Square portion of the park, which is befitting for the movie. Now let me give you a brief little synopsis. I wrote it down here because it's a lot to really remember. The story opens with a husband and wife taking their own lives for unknown reasons. Again, kind of alludes to what the park, what the ride, the storyline for the park. Then it jumps to present day, and Eddie Murphy's character is a real estate agent who is trying to get by. After he finds out that the old Gracie Manor has to be appraised, he jumps at the chance to sell the house. So he takes his whole family there to get a look at it, and what was supposed to be a brief stop turns into an all-night stay, and things go awry. After some twists and turns, we find out that the butler was the reason behind the suicides, and that he intends to reincarnate Eddie Murphy's wife into the bride-to-be so that they can wed again. She refuses once she realizes that the butler's a ghost and everybody else is a ghost, and she has to kill herself. This is a Disney movie. We also see many familiar set pieces and situations that the ride inspired in the movie. As Eddie goes around the house, we see the graveyard, we see the door being pushed, and we see the ballroom and whatnot. It's really good stuff. The set pieces are actually really something that really make this movie really nice. In the end, Eddie Murphy saves the day, and the evil butler gets taken to a not so nice place. Now the other ghosts go to heaven, all except for Madame Leota, who is the head in the crystal ball, and the 4 singing head busts, in which the family actually takes them home, and they sing, along the way. The movie itself is not that good. I'm just going to straight up say that right now. This was actually the first movie to air on the Disney Channel to contain any profanity beyond hell for many years. It also aired the words "big ass termites." That was stated by Eddie Murphy. I guess they just said, you know what, let's just let the comedy be comedy, and it really isn't so bad. So that's kind of funny. It wasn't liked very much by the critics, and it only grossed $24 million. Only grossed $24 million, which is actually about a quarter of what Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, made. And that was the whole reason for doing this movie, was because let's maybe the ride-inspired movies will do a whole lot. And actually, they're thinking about doing a Jungle Cruise movie with Will Ferrell being in there. So who knows? We'll see. How that all pans out. But this movie was okay. I didn't quite like it. They tried to keep to the storyline of the ride as much as possible, without without taking too many liberties, but they did take a lot of liberties. Like I said before, the set pieces are what really make this movie stand out. You really see a lot of the ride in this movie. Eddie Murphy was Eddie Murphy doing his Eddie Murphy thing, and the actors were pretty good for what they were doing. Yeah, so the Haunted Mansion movie, I'm actually going to give 2 stars. This isn't one that I'll watch a lot. If it comes up on Disney Channel, I might glance over it, say, oh yeah, it's that, and then walk away. I didn't quite like this movie as much as I liked the ride. Obviously, the ride was so much better than the movie. I mean, you really can't fault it for any one thing. It's just, it's an average movie, a below average movie with a lot of potential that really was never achieved. So yeah, the Haunted Mansion film, not the ride, 2 stars.